Yo, what is going on, guys? We are here in Madden 20 My League My Rules episode 18, and it's been quite some time since I last played it. I think we're like probably about 2, maybe 3 weeks since I played it. Um, don't worry, I mean I've been hopping in every now and then and like doing some contract signings, and I was playing a couple of games on here to get like some dev traits for the players that had the opportunities the past couple of within those 3 2 3 weeks. But like I haven't recorded an episode, so I mean we're still where we are. I mean you could see what we have done here off camera. Just a couple of signings in the league. Haven't done a lot, but yeah, just released a player because he was just taking up space. Um, that Jerome Baker thing was just a test. I wanted to see what overall he would do if we switched him to a different position or something like that. But yeah, so nothing has really changed. I mean, this episode's probably gonna upload the next day after episode 17. But I mean, I haven't played a while, so I mean, from what I last recall, we traded Todd Gurley to the Jets on a 1-year rental to see if we could get him on this team that could push towards the playoffs in the last few weeks, because it is a very close division. Jets could win 9 straight games for all we know. Who knows? But yeah, off camera, like I said, there's some dev trade opportunities, so I'll show you what I mean there. So like, one of the players that had a dev trade opportunity was Joe Mixon, so I figured I could help out the rookie quarterback and give him his X Factor, and he did. He has his X Factor now. Yeah, so that's one of the players. Another one was, if we go over to the Eagles, if you saw, I signed Vernon Boyd to a contract. Kind of manipulated the system, signed him to a deal, and then got his dev trade so he could play better on the shorter term deal. Kind of cheesy, but it is what it is. As for a contract on this team, like we just saw Stephon Diggs, he's in a contract here. I don't know if I want to sign him at age 29. I think we're going to see how much he regresses before I do that. So, I mean, I was going around pretty much every team. I'm still debating on a lot of signings here. One other player that had a chance was Rashawn Gary, if I recall correctly. And, you know, the defensive side of things is a little harder to do, so I tried it for like a couple of drives, was too difficult, gave up. So he had a chance at an X Factor, couldn't really get it. But yeah, he's a superstar. He's a 92. It's still no big deal. I was just looking at a team like the Panthers and the Seahawks. I mean, you saw the Seahawks are 1-6. The Panthers are 1-5. So nothing's really looking good there. I was trying to see if I could trade some people, because I mean, if you look at a team like the like they have depth here at the D line. All 3 of these players are in contract years on the D line. Casey, Robinson, and Keem Hicks. They're all decent overalls. And I mean, if you look at this defensive line here, we have this dude Cummings, 77 overall hidden dev. Devine 72 overall. Wouldn't be that much of a downgrade, but I mean this would be the downgrade here. But at that point, I mean, we have this dude Rush, we have Rickens, like we have depth here at the D line. I think we could trade all 3 of these pieces right now, get some picks for a tanking team, and help him out in some sort of way. So I mean, look at this dude Daniel. Oh, he's the dev coordinator. Never mind. So let's look at the trade block here. We'll throw all 3 on the block. We'll just see who's interested. And yeah, if I find something, we'll cut. I mean, we could go to the Titans. We could bring Jarrell Casey back home, which would make no sense at all as to why we even let him go. But they're okay there. Nah, we're gonna leave it be, I guess. We'll just let them finish out their years, finish out their contracts. Or you know what? Just cause we have young guys, I think we'll just put the younger guys in. Because we have 3 D tackles. Like, let's just move 1 to right end, 1 to left end, and solve the problem. So now we got a 77, a 77, and a 73. on the D-line, which isn't even that bad of a downgrade for each position. I mean, like, I really should find a trade partner. I think I might just force these trades over. Hang on. Just feel like a third is a little too much, even though Ace Robinson's only 28, contract year, 81 star. I think that's a good trade there. And we could trade him to the Packers. I mean, I don't know what the Packers' record is. If the Packers have a decent record, I guess we'll do that trade. Let's see here. Packers are 5-3. So I think we'll do that. Who's younger between Akeem Hicks and Casey? Because I was going to do one for a 5th, one for a 6th. Jarrell Casey is 33. Akeem Hicks is also 33. So I guess we'll do a 5th, considering the situation. It's a division rival, a former Bear. So get a 5th out of Akeem Hicks. There we go. Give him to the Cowboys. Do Cowboys for like a 5th as well. I guess that makes the most sense. I mean, they barely have any cap space after that. I guess we'll throw in a player just to break even, clear a little bit of cap, or just like take a depth player that's taking up a lot of space here. Let's see. I was originally going to do this right end here, Manny Winston, but he's a rookie. He's their 1st round pick, so I don't want to do this trade. I think that would be a bit dumb on my end. So I think I'm going to do the D-tackle Chauncey Trainer here. Or actually, I mean, it would make a little more sense if I do, like, Winston. And then, like, I throw in... No, you know what? That still wouldn't make sense because, like, this guy's on a 1-year rental. Whereas this guy here, the D-tackle, is in a contract year and trainer. So I guess we can do that to clear space. So I think we'll do that. And then we can move Trainer to that left end spot if we need to. Because that was kind of one of the gaps for this team. So, yeah. That makes the most sense here. We'll do that. Now we go over to the Cowboys here, as you can see. Jarrell Casey. So this is their 1st round pick, so I'm going to move him to the starter. I'm going to move Jarrell Casey to the inside at D-tackle. And he will start for this team immediately on the inside. And... hopefully he can help the Cowboys win some games. He's an 85 compared to a 78. We move over to the Panthers, which I should have just done the Panthers first in retrospect, but too late for that. So we're going to move Cummings to the starter. We're going to move Trainer to left end. He's not a finesse guy, is he? No, he's a power guy. Good. Wait. Oh, he's like a run stopper. Okay, no big deal. He can do either. Move him to the left end. He will start. I mean, we could keep him at D-tackle, and he could be more of a run stuffer, D-tackle, nose tackle. Now that I think about it, I mean, is Cummings also a nose tackle-ish guy? No, he's got the finesse move, so I guess we could swap these two if we need to. Maybe we'll do that next season. We already have it set up like this, so we'll just leave it. To do though, we have pretty much finished what we have wanted to do for the mid-season trades and stuff like that. So let's switch over to, I guess we'll stay on the Panthers. Hopefully they tank. Well, actually, I don't want them to tank. I want to see anyone tank. The Panthers should be a good team, in my opinion. The Ravens are currently the best, top of the Giants and the Patriots, top 3 teams right now. So let's just we'll just advance it a week here. We'll take a look at the MVP race because we did just advance it a week. So let's see. Panthers did get a win out of that though. Big win, 45-28 after trading their players. They don't want to tank at all. So halfway through the year here, yearly rewards: Saquon Barkley leading the MVP race over Lamar Jackson and Aaron Rodgers, despite him being a shell of what he once was. And as you can see, Jared Goff in the top 10. Change of scenery, why don't you? Coach of the Year going to Matt Patricia on the Giants, sure. You know, I probably did that signing too, and I'm just retarded. Lamar Jackson for Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year going to Myles Jack in the AFC. Rookie of the Year, Steve Ebert. He better fucking win it. Miriam Patton was that wide receiver on the Dolphins. So, I mean, Trevonte Whitlock, I don't know who this is exactly. I don't remember if he's a first-round pick. So, I don't think any of these other guys are first-round picks. So, I don't know. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Keel Campbell. That guy was the #1 in true talent in the draft. And he has proven it. Was he #1? He was either #1 in true talent or he was the guy who didn't go to the combine. I don't remember which one. Army Clayton was also up there. I remember that name. And yeah, other than that, that's what it looks like on the offensive, on the AFC side. The NFC side here, we'll start Offensive Player of the Year going to Saquon. Defensive, Khalil Mack, because he got 5 sacks when I played that game last episode. That was very fun. Offensive Rookie of the Year going to Corin Dunn. Don't know who that is. Todd Hanson, though, was that #2 overall pick at wide receiver. The 6'5" monster. Stuart Painter's the tight end out of the Eagles. Quinn Rutledge, I think that was the reach that I took for the Packers, and I regretted reaching for him. If I recall correctly, I don't remember. I remember I was reaching someone at D tackle, and looks like Quinn Rutledge is working out great for the Packers. Take a look at the stats here halfway through the year. We'll sort it by all NFL, make it easier. So Aaron Rodgers, 20 touchdowns, 6 picks. Leading the league in yards and probably touchdowns, yeah. Max Stevens at #2. Leading the league in picks, Sam Darnold, Russell Wilson. Yeah, it's just the past couple of years it's been Sam Darnold, that's why I'm guessing. Yeah, but Russell Wilson leading the league in picks, no wonder that record explains itself. And also, yards per game only at 193. It's probably the lowest in the league here. Among starters. No, Kyler Murray. Ugh, that's gross. Rushing attack here. Ezekiel Elliott, 900 yards and 6 touchdowns. Explain to me how Saquon Barkley is the MVP here. Should be Zeke, is how I'm seeing it. 900 yards through 8 games. Maybe even 7 if they had a bye. 9 touchdowns over Saquon, I guess. Kerryon Johnson's having a great year, too. Receiving? Maybe. Maybe that's why. I mean, Adam Thielen leading the league in yards. Robbie Anderson in receptions. And 7 touchdowns for Marquise Brown and a couple of others. Christian McCaffrey having a good year at receiver. Look at that. That paid off. Like I said, we're going to try a year at receiver for him, see how it goes. Working out great. There it is. There it is. Let's switch over to the Giants. Is Saquon's receiving game, like, unheard of right now? Yeah. Yes, it is. He's already at 1,100 yards and 13 touchdowns halfway through the year. That's pretty impressive. That's, that'll do it. That's what will get you MVP status. Halfway through the year, you have a season's worth of work. So yeah, let's keep advancing here. Let's keep an eye on the Giants, and let's keep advancing. Take a look at the AFC South here. Is there week 12 now? We advanced another week. Very competitive division. Which is a problem considering Steve Ebert is leading the team to more wins than Jameis Winston's entire time here. And also, we do have to sign Stephon Gilmore. I don't know if I want him. He's at 32. I kind of want to see how he regresses before signing him. Tyler Boyd is not wanting the contracts that we're offering him. He was okay with a 3-year deal. I brought it down to 3 and he was okay with it. This is my last offer. Oh my god. Like, he just said right before I started this video, he was fine with everything else but the bonus. So I brought the bonus up just now, as you saw. And now he wants everything else. So I think we're just going to let Tyler Boyd go. We'll sign John Ross. Watch how easy this is. John Ross will just be like, yeah, sure, watch, you'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, see? I'll take it. It's a solid deal. Screw you, Tyler Boyd. God. 9-4 during that sim process on a 4-game win streak. got to be led by Stevie Bird. As you can see here, Bernard Hicks won the Heisman. Bernard Hicks. I'm going to switch over to the Seahawks real quick, because I'm pretty sure they're probably still the worst team in the league. No, they're 5-8 now. Okay, they're doing better. Are the Panthers still doing bad? They're leading their division at 5-8. Wait. What? They were just... The Rams were 3-4 at week 8. After their bye, they're 3-4, leading the division. Seattle was 1-6. Or something like that. Seattle's now leading the division at 5-8. The Rams have won 1 game. The Cardinals have won 2. And the Niners have done jack shit. Niners, I expected, honestly. We don't have a quarterback there. We're probably going to tank a couple of years in San Fran again. There's the Super Bowl window passed. They played good. They played decent. They weren't champs at all. But Seattle at 5-8, winning their division. Well. I'm still probably going to draft a QB here. Russell Wilson is 35 or something like that. 34. He wants $33 million. He's going to regress a lot, and he's not going to play like the quarterback that he normally is, where he is mainly a... He's going to lose a lot of his speed. I know that for a fact. For the Seahawks, I want to look at the draft class just for this week. Let's take a look here. I haven't seen it yet. I don't think. Let's see here. Alright, they're 6-8. Fucking leading the division. Really gonna have a 500 team win the division. Totally not like something that's happening currently right now. So, Bernard Hicks won the Heisman. Here he is, right here. 10th overall pick. This draft, the top 10 in the draft looks really good. Oh, wow, really good. After that, it gets a little bad. Then, okay. What's the quarterback situation like? It's bad, good. Because the two teams, well, the main team that's bad right now is the Panthers, and their QB situation's okay. Brian Ortega looks like a really good wide receiver. Amori Becton looks absolutely insane at running back, or a linebacker. So does Walter Perry. A lot of good receivers in this draft, too. So we could definitely let Tyler Boyd go, even though I doubt the Bengals will be picking top 5. So, yeah, I mean, quarterbacks are bad, running backs are decent. Pretty good running backs here. Looks like this is a very strong wide receiver class. As, we got guys in their A's here that are projected 3rd round talents. So, this guy right here looks like the best wide receiver in the draft. Kamari Bennett, by far. 5'11", deep threat receiver. If he has a decent 40, if he is like a 4.4 40, this is going to be the best guy in the draft. That's for sure. I mean, these guys look pretty good too, but I'm telling you right now, this is the best wide receiver. Tight ends, offensive linemen. Wow, we got a lot of good O-linemen. A lot of really good O-linemen in this draft. If this is what it looks like here. I mean, these are good too, just not as high. Take a look at the rest of this here. I mean, it was mainly those wide receivers that take this draft by storm, and the linebackers. Linebackers look pretty good. Corners, Le'Veon Key, I mean, this guy, Anthony Guy, probably seems like knowing my prerequisites in the draft, this guy's probably going to be the best in the draft here, Anthony Guy. I mean, Eldon Cox, too, probably will be pretty good. So, safeties aren't good. Alright, let's finish the season off. Let's see what we get here. Win it at 6-9-1, possibly, this week. Or Seattle could win it at 7-9. So that's very entertaining. It's a very entertaining division. Let's take a look at the playoff picture so far before we finish off this season. Cowboys clinching the #1 seed. Giants making the wild card. You hate to see it. Take a look at the AFC first, since that's what I came across. Somehow, someway, Bengals 10-5, Steelers 10-5, Ravens 9-6, and Browns 9-6. And only one of those teams are winning the division, and two of them, and not even two of them, are going to make the wild card. The Raiders are going to make the wild card. Considering they will be... they might not make the wild card. I don't know who plays each other this week. If one of these teams play each other this week, it's probably going to be the Raiders at the 6th seed here. Wow. That's crazy. That's a lot of wins right here. And then we go to the NFC side of things here. So Giants at the 5 seed, despite having the second best record in the conference again. Flashbacks to 2016. Cowboys 12-3, Saints 10-5. Lions, Packers, close division right there. Buccaneers could probably squeeze into that wild card 2 spot. Actually, no, it's probably going to go to one of these two teams unless they play each other. Barring some miracle, maybe the Vikings could get in. Eagles have 2 ties, why not? And the 49ers suck. Unfortunately, this is not a draft for quarterbacks. So that's a damn shame for the Niners. Is there any other depth trade opportunities? One of those losses could really screw it over. I don't know who the Bucks have beaten this season. I don't know if there's some sort of tiebreaker between these teams. Did they play each other at any point this year? So they lost to the Packers, but they beat the Lions. So say the Packers win and the Lions lose, Buccaneers own the tiebreaker, I believe. That should put the Buccaneers in the playoffs. However, they both win, they're not going to make the playoffs, is how I see it, how I believe it. Looking at contract real quick, Mike Evans, age 30, $70 million. Jeez, that's probably not going to happen. A lot of old people here. We do got to pay the quarterback. Forgot about him. Sylvester Hutchins, $117 million. That's pocket change. $140 million, pocket change. Compared to what other quarterbacks are getting paid. 83 overall. I mean, how's he been playing? I didn't even check. Could be absolute S, and I just wasted money. No, he's been playing pretty good. I mean, 27-9 last year, 24-8 this year with the more game to go. Last year was a fluke. The year before that was a fluke. Didn't even know Kirk Cousins was on the team. He stole the show. But yeah, good stats there. Rushing, nothing there on the rushing game. No big deal. As for everyone else that needs to get signed, I don't really think I need to sign anyone here. I mean, maybe Shaq Barrett, maybe Ali Marpet. I just don't know if I want to sign Mike Evans. I mean, these guys are all old, so I want to see how they regress before I do anything. Before I spend crazy money. We got Tyler Tatum, though. Definitely someone I need to keep here. We'll go 4-year. Bring him to that age 30 bar there. Do 4 for 48. Here we go. Got him locked in. Andrew Jameson. No clue who you are. Like, I've been following this team pretty well, and I have no clue who that guy is. But it's a cheap deal, so 1 year. Yeah, I don't know if he's starting or not. Give it though. Why not? Give it to him. So what's Vince will do? The Buccaneers make the playoffs going into this last week of the year, or is it going to be the Lions/Packers? Let's see what we get here. Drum roll, and they don't make the playoffs. What a shame. What a damn shame. 9-7. They won the game too. Did the Lions win? I'm assuming the Lions won. Let's take a look here. Going down to week 17. Lions won. How about the Packers? Packers won. So, shit out of luck for the Lions. The Buccaneers. So, somehow Seattle makes the playoffs at, what was their record? NFC West here. They make the playoffs at 7-9. They suck ass. Rams couldn't win that game. They couldn't make the playoffs at 6-9-1. That would have been even more funnier than a 7-9 team making the playoffs. Last time the Seattle Seahawks went 7-9 and won the division, though, we all know what happened. Everyone knows what happened. So we'll let it be. We understand the situation here. Looking at this AFC North side of things here. Bengals did not win their division at 11-5. I guess it goes to the Steelers, and then the Browns made the 6th seed is what I'm assuming here. Let's see, AFC side of things. No, the Raiders. The Raiders at 10-5-1 get into the playoffs over the Browns and the Ravens. What a damn shame. How the fuck does that division all go over 500? Beats me. But the Bills make the playoffs at 8-7-1, which is a damn shame. How did the Bills, for once they make the playoffs in this franchise. However, the Patriots were 5-1 when we started this episode, and they finished 7-2. I don't get it. I don't get it. Was it a collapse? Like, how bad was this collapse by the Patriots here? I just want to see this. Like, did they lose, like, 6 straight games or some shit? Regular season. So, let's see here. Started off 5-1. 5-1-1. Tied. And then this is where we're up to. So, they lost that week. Loss. Win. Lost. Tie. They won 2 games. They won 2 games, tied 1 against the Eagles. Like, stop tying. God. And lost. Unreal collapse. Oh, this was for the division. Because the Bills went 8-7-1, and the Patriots went 7-7-2. So they could have went 8-6-2. They could have won the division, but they blew it. Damn. What a collapse by the Patriots. Congratulations to the Bengals. All they needed was a change of scenery and quarterback to make the playoffs. Look at that. Steve Ebert, man. 31-5. Great season for him. Joe Mixon. Unreal numbers. Receiving John Ross, Devontae Adams. Pretty good. And on the defensive side of things here. A lot of tackles by Jermaine Pratt. Sacks, they're decent. It's a good amount. And couple picks. I do want to see how the Vikings did. I forgot about them. My little baby in the Vikings. That we're slowly building up. It shouldn't be this slow, but we're building them up. We're rebuilding this team. So I'm not surprised they didn't make the playoffs. They went 8-8. That's good. That's really good. They're getting better by the year. I like that. I really like how they're getting better by the year. Offensive line is really looking legit. Quarterback looking good. Defense, dude, this is a playoff team next year. I'm telling you. This is a playoff team next year. Thank God. So just because my team is the Giants, I'm a Giants fan. I just want to take a look at the stats here. Take a look at this here. Yearly rewards. MVP is Lamar Jackson, I guess. Saquon Barkley dropped off towards the end of the year. He had, what did we say, 1,114 at the midway point. We'll see what he finishes at. Lamar Jackson's the MVP, despite not making the playoffs. St. Marcus Mariota being up there somehow? I don't know. Robert Peck, dude. See that? Robert Peck. Guy that we rolled with over Derek Carr. 10th. Not bad. AFC Offensive Player of the Year. Lamar Jackson. And so on, as you can see. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Kyle Coffey, dude. Okay, last year he had 24 tackles for loss and 15 sacks, because I saw that before I started this episode. If he won Defensive Player of the Year, he had to have some crazy-ass numbers. So, we'll go take a look after this. Steve Ebert winning Rookie of the Year, he better. Akil Campbell winning Rookie of the Year, he better as well. Patrick Mahomes winning Best QB, meanwhile Lamar Jackson wins MVP, I don't know. Joe Mixon at Best Running Back, I don't know who Carl Bernardo is, but congrats on Best Wide Receiver. Let's switch to the NFC side of things. Offensive Player of the Year, Saquon. Defensive Player of the Year, DeMarcus Lawrence. We'll take a look at the stats for everyone in a second. Christian Bass, Defensive Rookie of the Year, the first overall pick in the draft. Look at that. Corin Dunn, I have no clue who that is. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Best QB goes to Rodgers. Best Running Back, Saquon, not surprised. Offensive line goes to the Cowboys. Jeez. Best D-line. Linebacker, Shaq Barrett. Good for him. Alright, let's take a look at some end-of-season stats here. Daniel Jones, not so well. Saquon, 15. Oh my God. He had 2,200 yards and 22 touchdowns. And was not MVP? What? Okay. First off, the fact that he had 39 catches for 720 yards and 6 touchdowns is absolutely insane. Wow. Holy fuck. I'm just mesmerized by those stats by Saquon. Oh my God. NFL here. Let's just sort by all NFL. Passing. Robert Peck leading the league in yards. 4,800. Touchdowns. Patrick Mahomes at 40. Lamar Jackson. Okay, so he had 37. I just want to see his rushing stats. Ravens. 37 and 5. Rushing. 4 touchdowns. So 41 total touchdowns compared to Patrick Mahomes on the Chiefs, who wasn't, I don't even think, was he even a MVP candidate, honestly? 40 touchdowns. 42. So he had one more touchdown than Lamar Jackson. Where was he on the voting here? He's 5th. Okay. I don't know why Lamar Jackson got it, but whatever. Moving on. Moving on from there. Rushing. Kamara, 1,800 yards and 11 touchdowns. Darius Guice with 18 touchdowns. Only 900 yards. Okay. Receiving. Cooper Kupp led the league in receiving. Only at 1,200 yards. That's low. That's low for a leading receiver. Weird. Well, I guess it makes up for like all the 1,000-yard receivers. I don't know. That's weird. I just feel the number should be higher. Bernardo leading the league with 13 touchdowns. Not bad. Not bad. What about receptions? What do we got here? Robbie Anderson. Turned up in this franchise. I extended him by accident. He's been playing lights out. Deserves it. Sacks here. Let's see here. DeMarcus Lawrence at 20.5. Kyle Coffey at 19 and 14 TFLs. Well deserved. Well deserved Defensive Player of the Year there, in my opinion. And DeMarcus Lawrence was the other one. So, yeah, those guys definitely deserved it. And interception, Shadobi Uzi at 6. Okay. All right. So, let us let's upgrade all the teams that are in the playoffs and then play the playoffs. I'm not going to play this game. I'm just going to be on their side and sim it just to see the scenario. Let's advance in a week here and see how they do. Advancing the week. Going on to the divisional. Do the Raiders move on? And they don't. They don't move on. The Raiders are done. I had everything I could. I'm sorry I couldn't make it happen this year. It's not supposed to go. I'm upsetting man all of it. Oh no, morale. No, it's not like it's going to reset. And thus probably ends my ability to play with the Raiders too. As I'm going to get fired. So, let's switch over to a team that won. I don't even know who won. Let's take a look here. So, wild card. See here. Colts won. The Lions beat the Packers. Nice, nice. The Bengals destroyed the Bills. And the Giants just edged out Seattle. You know, a team that was 7-9. Almost lost. God. Idiots. Switch over to the Bengals. So they are, seem like the hottest team. With the hottest guy, Steve Ebert. Not Sean McVay. Sean McVay's ugly. Anywho. Advance the week here against the Chiefs. Tough matchup here. Did the game crash? Oh, I think the game crashed. The game was so epic that it crashed. Unreal. Unreal of a turn of events. The most epic game of all time, part 2. This is definitely the most epic game of all time. It was so epic it crashed the game. Oh my god, did it crash it again? I think it actually crashed it again. It did. It crashed the game again. This is unreal. Alright, guys. Okay. Let me explain myself here. It's been a very long time since the earlier part of this video. Let me explain myself here. So, the Madden, whatever happened in that video where I was trying to advance the week and it kept crashing and all that bullshit. Very long story short, because of the update that it was in, it wouldn't let me play the game, so I had to wait till next update. So I kept giving it multiple tries to, I was restarting the game, turning off my Xbox, doing all that to try and advance the weeks into the next week of the playoffs, and it did not let me at all. So I then just I gave up. I gave up. I was like, alright, I'm just gonna have to wait for a Madden update. Game did an update for a couple weeks. Then when I finally updated the game, I didn't feel like playing, so I lost interest in Madden. But we came back to it after some time. If you're wondering how much time, it's been about 4 months. It's been about 4 months since that last episode. That was just the earlier part of this episode. So, yeah. Here we are. Basically, long story short, I'll give you a quick rundown of what I've done in the postseason. I started playing on my own because, like I said, I didn't think I'd come back to this, but I want to come back to it now, so I am coming back to it now. Bengals lost in the conference championship. They made it to the conference championship against the Steelers. Steelers went on to the Super Bowl. Steelers won the Super Bowl against the Saints 27-24. I believe there was like a last-second play. I don't know. I don't remember. I thought I was watching the game. I guess I wasn't watching the game. But yeah. Yeah, so that's pretty much what happened. But we'll break down the offseason in the next episode. Yeah. So that's pretty much all I got to say about that. I will see you guys in the next episode. Till then, peace.